Well, good morning. I thought I'd make a video where I'm at with this beast. Not so much a printer yet, as it's a glass bed breaking machine. See all these pieces of glass I broke. Um, yeah, and that's not all, but those are the latest ones. And you'll notice this bed's cracked back here. It's not crashing. It's just this board. I used a pine board I had, and when it gets hot it warps, and I didn't know wood would do that. I figured it'd stay pretty stable, but apparently, yeah. So it's warping in a couple weird directions. Not so much now after I've had it heated and cooled a few times, but I'll end up making a new platform out of probably plywood, like my other printer. And I think plywood will be a lot more stable. But yeah, gotta buy some more glass, I guess. Let's see. Part of the I had the wiring done pretty quick after my last video, like that evening. Finished all the wiring and end stops and stuff. And what I was having problems with is I didn't realize this is a Palulu A4988. It's the motor driver, and it goes up to 1/16 micro steps, which is where I like to run the printers at, and it's the same driver my blue printer runs. But lately I've been upgrading. When I buy drivers, I've been buying these ones, and these are DVR. Let me look real quick. They're DVR 8825s, and they go up to a 32nd micro step. So when I had these drivers in this printer, I was telling it to go 32 micro step, and it was screwing up all my, well, unbeknownst to me, I was telling it 32 micro step instead of 16 where I thought I was setting it at. And so I had to go and research the jumpers, these little jumpers down here, what I'm telling this driver board, and realized my mistake. That's why it was throwing off all of my steps per millimeter, and the motors were really weak at 1/32 micro steps. So after I got that figured out, it wasn't so bad. It was pretty easy to figure out the steps per millimeter, but it had me fooled for quite a while. It was weird, but not that it really mattered, since all my glass was breaking and my bed was warping. And yeah, it was just something to warn you about. You know, the two different Palulu drivers use different jumper settings, and you got to be really cautious of that, I guess. Figured I'd do a little test calibration, a little cube, and I'll do it live, so if it messes up, y'all get to see it. Let me see let me set it on the, here, I'll show you. Print from SD, calibration cube right there. Okay, so it'll warm up and heat the bed, and hopefully the offsets are right for the end stop in the extruder. I think I got that right. We're gonna see. I found the Marlin firmware that I was using. I found that Maker Farm, the guys at Maker Farm, have got a community where they're doing a lot of cool changes to the Marlin firmware on their own little like fork of the of Marlin, and they do some neat things with the auto bed leveling. They've got it to where it kicks the arm down, and it keeps it down. It doesn't keep lifting and lowering it, and that, I think that's going to make it a lot more accurate. But anyway, I went and took part of their firmware. Since I already had the steps per millimeter, I had my whole firmware figured out. and then I found this. So I took their Marlin main CCP little tab in the Marlin firmware, and I took the Maker Farm and switched it with what mine had. So, and it seems to work. I'm surprised, since it was so much different when I looked at it. But anyway, that's what I did. So this one should be able to, it should be doing that on my homing. I hope. We're going to find out. But it'll be live. You'll all get to see it if it messes up. Got one more degree, and then it should do probably a home, and then the auto bed level. Oh, here it goes. And I'd appreciate if you cross your fingers if you got them. Oh, it already homed, so I think it'll start right out with the auto bed leveling. But see, it'll keep that arm down, which is good, I think, because it'll be much more accurate, I believe. I got it set pretty slow. Oh, look at my little tape is coming off. I better clip that off real quick before it messes something up. Okay. It's kind of slow at auto bed leveling, but that's alright. Right now it's just kind of sampling where everything's at, and I don't know how many probe points it's going to use. I thought it was 2, but it looks like it's higher than that. Probably like 5. That's okay. We'll see what it does. Maybe I'll change it. There's still a lot of little tinkering around I'm going to have to change. But yeah. See if I can get you down there if you can see what it's doing. It's just slowly going down and pushing that micro switch. I'm gonna go and turn on the fan. I don't know why it didn't turn on that fan, but it should have. There we go. I hate to have it make the barrel of that extruder too hot. That would not be good. Yeah. Hope I've got the offset set right too. That'll be nice to find out. One more probe. Oh boy, took forever. Now it should finish this probe and then lift the arm up and start printing. I hope. There we go. Let's see. Did it dive in? Nope. Good. But why isn't it squirting any plastic? Oh, you know what? Maybe there it comes. But it's not sticking either, so I probably didn't clean that Kapton tape when I... Making a nice blob though. Okay, well, that was it. I'm gonna have to shut this off and I'll clean that blob of plastic off. But yeah, it is moving. What I'm gonna be doing is making a shared, I'm gonna take a piece of this steel and put it between both these printers and make a shared spool holder to where this printer can share some of the rigidity of this one. You know what I mean? This one's much stronger, and it'll share some of its strength, I guess. Rigidities, yeah. But yeah, it's coming along. I haven't given up. I just have to make a new bed and do all that junk. Okay, take care.